Hi, this is Tully, and this is a piece of wood in my shed that's fastened to the wall. There's the light. Oh, too bright. The socket's down there. I just thought I'd draw something on here with a big marker pen. Probably be loads of monsters and things. And it's something that I can develop later on. Oh, it's quite large. It's going to be. Looks like an evil grin at the moment, but it's going to be some kind of monster thing. And the little bits, tentacles will go way up here. Tentacle go way up there. Get all the cobwebs out of the way. Should have done that to start with. Other tentacles and stuff like that. And then here is an eyeball which will develop as we go on. These are like little mouths. I'm drawing like the marker shapes, which the marker's too thick, so what I'll probably be doing with this, it'll be an ongoing project, and I'll start to paint over it and add stuff to it. So we've got these mouth things at the side. Like these black things, and what come out of here is these like big demonic pincer things. And try and get them roughly the right shape and size. If we don't, we can always refine that. And then this is going to be, there's going to be loads of teeth as well. Small ones on there. Maybe some inverted teeth which go like that. Sort of really curved. Just go like that. I want to try and add more to this as we go along, and whether that's through paints or other stuff, try and add some colour to it. or slightly thicker. So I've got this sort of structure here. Close them parts off. These parts have got stuff there, and there's maybe more. I want more like these tentacles coming off there, and maybe some are curling round, and things like that. There's like a mass of tentacles, that's what I meant to say. I want to add loads and loads. Because it's really a vicious looking creature. That's what I want to sort of portray with this drawing. Get all this drawing done, and we can start to add other stuff to it. Back to the tentacles. There's maybe a texture to this on there. More of a darkness underneath. It's this type of experimental art that really I like to draw. Just stuff dripping off. Try and add some of the shadow. This is a big permanent marker, by the way. I haven't used it much, but it's a nice thick black, which will probably run out on this drawing, but no. It's best to always define your image with shadow, especially when you're drawing it in black. And that's what I'm doing at the moment. There's maybe other little drips and stuff. If I wanted to add larger black areas, then I'm going to be, you know, maybe add paint on there. I'll probably do that in the, you know, the next part of this video, or a part 2. It's an ongoing project. So as I said, there's like a mass of tentacles. I want to draw. It's just working out where all them tentacles go, really. on the picture. Best just to add loads and just fill in the blanks as you go, sort of thing. So I'll just leave it as that for now. I'll just zoom out so you can see the drawing. We've got the, you know, the extra mouth there that I was more interested in drawing. Massive eyeball, 2 mouths on the side, and it's almost like tentacle mass. I want to get more in there. Maybe I'm going to do like a black background, you know, fill all the blacks in, but I'll probably do that with paint, and then we'll try and just, you know, add more to this illustration as we go along. Yeah, it'll look nice and inspiring when I always like look, you know, come into this shed and just switch on the light. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Be a fun project this. Cheers now. So back to this drawing of my shed on this piece of wood near the light fitting. I've decided that a lot of this area, particularly the bottom of this monster creature, has to be totally black. So I'm just going to fill in, you know, with a black marker. So that's important for the next sort of stage of the piece of artwork. So, you know, right now I'm just using markers, but later on I will be using like paints, acrylic paints, so it will be important later to use them paints to make the artwork more smoother than these markers. So just consider these markers as sort of the sketching medium. Maybe this, it all thins out as it gets to the, you know, the end of the creature there, and the tentacles, things like that. These permanent markers stink. I'll do the other side now, because I want this to be a totally nasty looking creature. I'll start to use some like other ink pens. I don't know if these whites will show up. Could always try. Draw sort of white highlights there. And some extra things there. Yeah, the really show up as much. That's why I'm going to be using acrylic paints later on. But I suppose they're useful to mark out, you know, how you want the, you know, the overall drawing. Mark out some areas that I want highlighted. Yeah, I won't be using much of that for now. Come back to it. Use a thinner marker pen just for some veins on the eyeball. This is a fun project because I don't usually draw on like a piece of wood or anything, but it's usually quite good. And it's good to mix and match different pens and see what effects you can do. So I'm determined to create some kind of texture to this monster creature, whatever it is. Still haven't decided what it is really, but that's part of the fun. Just creating something. I suppose it could be some kind of sea monster. Creating an odd like texture on it. And if this becomes too much, we can just start to paint over areas and things like that. We don't have to put with this texture, but it's nice seeing like a thick and thin lines in between and stuff like that. So I'm not entirely sure whether I'll keep a lot of this texture in. I may go over it after spending time on it. You never know. You never know what you'll do in any drawing. I just like follow the grain of the wood. On the top of that mouth there. Because I want a bit more darkness there. So be careful not to go over some of the teeth, because that's some kind it's always a problem when you're doing some drawings. Just try and do a texture for this eyeball on the iris part. Some of the ink lines. Just scratch and sketch and just come up with a rough texture. Like I said, all things can change in any drawing, so just make it up as you go along. some things work, some things don't. It's best to experiment. And particularly, I ain't really drawn on wood. Well, I think this might be the actual second time I've drawn wood, but drawn wood. You know, that sounds a bit odd, but yeah. But with permanent markers, you can pretty much change the, you know, the texture up and use some paints later on. That's what we'll do, and really make this a really good black and white piece of art. And these tentacles, I want to incorporate some of the texture in these tentacles as well. Maybe I might need to add some thicker lines in between just to help it all match and gel together. Maybe there's some more like texture there, like shadowed lines. We'll do that on these mouth areas as well, just to help add a sort of darkness to that, to the mouths as well. I'll do the same on this one. In a way, I like doing these experimental drawings, you know, because sometimes, you know, they actually work out, and I didn't think this one was going to work out, but I just like the central image of this eye and the mouth there. We'll definitely do some more detail there. So it's coming on quite nicely, this. So for the next, I'm going to try and help define these tentacles in the next part of this video series, and hopefully make this a really good illustration project. Yeah, I'm having fun with this. So I'll see you in the next video. Cheers now. So in the previous video I was working on a lot of this area. I want to try and help define some of these tentacles now, and I can do that by maybe sort of saying that all the right side of the tentacles, I know I said turds then, of the tentacles is all like shadowed, and then we can incorporate some of that texture, you know, that's on the actual creature, and just experiment with the texture as well. So, like I said, add a black shadow onto this half of each tentacle. Just try and follow how the tentacle would move, sort of thing, with, you know, with lines showing, you know, that it's a moving element. As you can see, it's helping to define them tentacles now by giving it a bit of form. And with a thinner ink pen we can add some thin ink lines like we've done on here, like skin type textures. We don't like spot things on there. Just to help add something there. Just to break up the sort of textures. And just add something different. So let's get back to these tentacles now and add some more shadow. Start to add more thick lines. So it's something that drawing at this angle, it really hurts your arms, but it's sort of worth it just to draw something like this. That's why I've got to really draw this in stages and just rest my arms. So we've got background tentacles and things. So worth thinking about at this stage whether there could be other like design elements like in the background, maybe like, I don't know, slime dripping off or things like that, I don't know. Could be worth it, you know, slime dripping off the mouth there. There is it there, but we'll like, when we start painting things, I'm gonna try and highlight them areas and bring them all forward sort of things, so we'll just see how we go with that. I'll draw just a tiny sort of element of a mouth there in the, just a random piece there. And we can raise some of them areas out with white and things like that. So I'll bring that more outwards. See how we go along. trying to work quickly now because I know that these elements will be all dark on one side, so right, maybe just get the thinner ink pen and we'll start to just work on some textures. So that's quite important to get a sort of match of texture in between all the rest of the creature and things like that. So it's really a long sort of drawing process really, particularly as my arm fucking aches. And we still haven't finished yet, so because I still haven't got to the painting stage. I want to definitely add, you know, a lot of paint to the drawing and really flesh this painting out. I think I'll leave it there. Yeah, so we're defining more of these tentacles, maybe some of the background. I think we'll introduce maybe another different colour. I don't know whether to keep it black and white or what. It could be something of an exploratory painting, piece of art, so we'll just see how it goes. I'm definitely tempted to add other colours, but we'll just see how it goes. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Cheers now.